Well, hello, everyone. This is Rhonda Wilhite, and I'm the Awards and Chapter Relations Associate, and this is my 22nd year administering the awards program. And today we're going to look at changes approved by the APWA Board, the APWA Awards website, and how to submit online, and resources available and where to find them. The deadlines for 2020, as you can see here on this slide, are December 2nd is the Excellence of Snow and Ice Control Award. March 2nd, 2020 is for all the other awards except the PACE. And the PACE, which is the Presidential Award for Chapter Excellence, is June 1st, 2020. The award ceremony will be Monday, August 31st, 2020, in New Orleans, Louisiana, at the Ernest Morrill Convention Center. And these are the colors. This is the branding for the PWX for 2020, and this is the front page of the awards program that was sent out to you that has every single form and criteria that we have associated with the awards program. In 2018, the APWA board approved that awards would be on a staggered 3-year review schedule. And they also committed that the judges that would be responsible to judge the awards would be responsible to recommend any changes that they felt should be moved to the APWA board for approval. So every 3 years, we're going to have some awards that's going to be reviewed. The committee could say, you know what, this looks good, I don't see any changes. This year, we had quite a few up for review, and we had quite a few where changes were made. So on the awards criteria, the first one I'm going to talk about was the Top 10 Public Works Leaders of the Year Award. They only have one change, and that change is that the candidates must be an APWA member now. We used to accept non-members, but in 2020, it will be for APWA members only. So that was probably the biggest change, and well, it's the only change for the top 10. Now, if you have someone in mind that's not an APWA member, and that person can join before the deadline and still qualify, it's just that as of that deadline, if he's not a member, he would be rejected as not meeting the qualifications. I hope everyone's got that point on the top 10. So the next committee was the awards committee, and they had quite a few this year to review. Here is a list of everything that they reviewed and changes were made to. I'm not going to read it. You can read it. It's up there. It's quite a few. I will let you know that the standard language that did occur for all of them were be an active member of APWA changed to APWA member in good standing. All that means is they have to be a member. They can't be a delinquent member. The dues have to be paid and up to current by that deadline for the award. So if they still haven't gotten dropped, but their membership was due January 31st, and this is March 2nd, they're not in good standing. So whoever is your candidate, make sure they keep their dues paid right up through the deadline date. So that was something that was kind of across the board. And another thing that went across the board, except for the Distinguished Service to Public Works award has always been a 20-page limit. This committee felt like these other awards could be limited to 10 pages. Now, those 10 pages do not count the nomination form. It doesn't account a page for the chapter to talk about that candidate, or what we're calling the nominator's recommendation. And I think those are the only two things that doesn't count for these awards. So those were the kind of the two across the board. Those that the Donald C. Stone Award for Excellence in Education, it was a lot of these might have been moved around as well. It's the same thing, but kind of in a different location. The criteria for evaluation was previously under eligibility for the Donald C. Stone Award, and it was revived and moved to a criteria section. It seemed like some of these awards, you just didn't identify which was the actual criteria we should meet. And some of those did have actual criteria changes to them. So since we had so many awards, I did kind of do a 2-page, but it would have been too much. If you want to see this, to kind of get to know if you don't want to go through all of the awards, I can send this out to you. I'm thinking about posting it on the chapter leader resources as well. But I just kind of did this recently, so I didn't get it sent out to you earlier. But I would still read the criteria because there were different little minute changes to all of those awards we just went through. Now I'm going to list, if you have any questions about the criteria that we just discussed. If you have certain questions about certain of the awards and you kind of want to know which ones exactly what changed, please go ahead and mute your phone and ask me.
Hey, Rhonda, this is Anna Rickelman. I have a couple of quick questions, and I'm still not able to view the video, so I'm just listening here. So,
okay.
From what I'm understanding, the Distinguished Service to Public Works is still the 20-page limit, but all the other awards are going to be limited to 10 pages. Now, are we talking about the People Awards and the Project Awards, or is this just about the People Awards, not Project Awards?
This does not include the Project of the Year. It doesn't include the top 10. It doesn't include, this is just including, I'll go ahead and read that list for you. This includes the Community Involvement Award, the Donald C. Stone Award for Excellence in Education, the Harry S. Swearingen Award for Outstanding Chapter Achievement, the Myron Calkins Young Leader of the Year Award, the Commendation for Exemplary Service to Public Works, all of the Exceptional Performance Awards, the Management Innovation and Technical Innovation Awards. Those were the ones that were up to review by the awards committee. I will let you know that next year, the Professional Manager of the Year Awards will be up for review, as well as the Public Works Project of the Year. Whether or not those committees, they're judged by 2 different committees, whether or not they decide, yeah, it looks good to us, we don't want any changes, is up to them. Okay. So there may or may not be changes next year, I don't know. But those are the ones that are on the staggered 3-year review. And in 2021, will be we only have one that year, Excellence of Snow and Ice is up for review. And then we go back into the PACE and it kind of just starts all over again. So okay. That 10-page limit are those that I just announced.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. If any of you want to, I hear that nominations are open already. They opened them a little bit early. So if you want to be on an awards committee or any of the other committees, I think you can go ahead and go out there and nominate yourself. So. Does anyone have any questions about the top 10? Was anyone shocked, or was this okay that it went to a member only?
Rhonda, this is Wendy.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, somebody pulled me away if it had been asked already. When you say member in good standing, they can be retired and in good standing, correct?
Yes, as long as they're a retired member of APWA, because we have a retirement category.
Right. Okay, perfect.
So, yeah.
That was always a question with top 10. Well, do they have to be actively working, or can they be retired?
Yeah, that was changed about 3 years ago when they went to that. It used to be you had to be actively working, but
right.
Just 3 years ago they changed that.
I thought that was the case, but okay.
Yeah, so as long as they're still a member, a life member, a retired member, just as long as they're still a member of APWA, they would qualify.
Perfect, thank you.
Sure. Okay, if no one has any questions, we'll move on. So last year, the front page of the award pages were updated. We're getting ready to, this will be all updated by the end of 2020. APWA is getting ready to, we're hoping to be able to update our website completely. It'll be like really a completely new look. We're hoping to get that done by the end of November, but I'm not sure if it will get done or not. I mean, they've been working on it now for quite some time. But as of right now, for this award season, you'll see the green arrows, how to submit an award nomination. And now that you've received an award, what happens next? If you get someone who has gotten an award, and they may think, I haven't heard anything, this kind of lets them know, go here. It'll tell them what I need from them, when you're going to hear from me about the PWX and all the other information. I will also let you know under past award winners, last year I went and added the chapter and region to the Excel spreadsheets. The Excel spreadsheets can be downloaded and sorted. So if you want to know how many top 10 since 1960 are from your chapter, you can do that. You can sort those now. So if you're creating some kind of history or you want a history for your awards program, you can go back and look at every past award winner, find out who they are, what chapter. You can even do it by region. That's something new that I also wanted to kind of point out. Also, you're going to see that this second page, we were really hoping to get the updates done for this year. But since most of Web Services is working on getting the whole entire website up and ready for the new look, we weren't able to do much on this page yet. So it used to have the criteria, a little button for the nomination form, and then the submit online. The nomination forms are where you see this green arrow. The top 10, you're just going to click on that. It will download the nomination form. I will also let you know that you don't have to use these nomination forms except for the Myron-Calkins. The reason why the Myron-Calkins is it asks the birth date, the year of the candidate, because that is, he can't be over 35 years old as of the due date of the award. And I can't put a year request for a birth date into the Omni portal, otherwise it's going to show up on every single award. And people are going to call me going, why do you need to know my birth year if it's a project of the year? So if you fill out what's on Omni, I can download that. That can be the nomination form. It can also, the judges can see it. So We basically still have these here for you as a chapter for other people to put that in their submission. So you'll have it, because that's the exact information that we need. Whether or not you can still just use that and not do the complete nomination form online, it's completely up to whoever's uploading the information. I just wanted to point out that the nomination forms are now right in this section that you see where the green arrow is. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is the past award winners. I have every single past award winner on here. It's up to date through 2019. And again, you can download these, you can sort them, you can see who from your chapter from the beginning of this award. This is what it looks like. As you can see over in the right, there's the chapter and there's the region. And of course, it's not Roman numerals or it wouldn't sort correctly. So the region is in the actual numerical form. I wanted to point out on the chapter leader resources area, only chapter or branch officers or committee chairs, anyone that has been identified to us here at National as a chapter or branch leader has access to this area. I do want to point out that you'll find this recorded session and any of the other recorded sessions we've done right there where that arrow is the YouTube channel for chapter leaders. There's all kinds of resources out there, other webcasts we've done, and you can go out there and listen to it at any time because they're pre-recorded. The next area is the awards section. This is where you're going to find examples. I went out there and looked at them, and most of them are from 2017, some 2018. I could put 2019 out there, but I decided not to because next year I'm going to give that a real overhaul because of these awards criteria changes. I want them to be up to date. So you can still contact me to get some, if you don't see something out there that you like, or I don't have every award out there, just send me an email and I will email you a very good example for whatever award you're trying to help compile. And this is the area where we have hints and tips, the sample nominations, and there's some chapter awards program examples that are really good other chapters do. And if you just click on that, a drop down will come up and you'll see them. I do want to point out that there is a 30 community service projects and resources for your chapter. I created this so that your chapter would have ideas on what to do for community service projects because I know for a few years now the PACE committee would like to have seen more community service projects and PACE, in some of the PACE, I will say, some of the PACE submissions. So I created that. It's out there. It's got some good links, some good information. And so I just wanted to point those resources out to you for the award. So that concludes my entire presentation. I told you it would be quick. I think I've given you a lot of the information that pertains to this awards program that's coming up in 2020. Does anyone else have any other questions?
So this is Jeannie from Phoenix. I just wanted to ask you the website for getting to where the where we upload everything to National. Is it the same web address as last year?
No, don't use last year's web. Yeah, just go out there and hit submit online where you saw this page. Right here. You'll see where it says awards and you see this button that says criteria.
Right. But I mean, but you have to get to the site
Right, where it says submit online off of our webpage. If you hit that submit online under top 10, it will take you directly to the top 10. And if you scroll down, it'll have every award.
Okay, so APWA Nationals website, and then find this. That'll take you there. Okay,
Correct.
that's all I need.
And then if you want to bookmark it from there, fine, but don't use last year's. It will tell you it's closed.
Good info.
These have all been updated with this year's links, and it's ready to go. I opened it up Monday. Anything else? All right, then. I thank you all for attending. This will be available in about a couple of weeks. And if you have any questions, most of you already know my information, but there it is again. And don't hesitate to call me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Thanks, Rhonda.